Hello, all. This is Devika from MITSDE, and you're listening to the MITSD podcast. More people than ever prefer listening to information bits, pro tips, or educational content on the go. And this podcast series is here to discuss the latest advancements in different industries, share some cool corporate tips, the opportunities, and the strategies that will help you become a pro professional. On this note, I'll hand over the mic to our very own Professor Bonnie Rajesh, the academic content lead for marketing and business communication.
Namaste, dear listeners. Welcome to another episode from MIT SDE. I'm Professor Bonnie Rajesh, and today we're going to explore a fascinating story that has shaped our daily lives. Today we have a delectable journey ahead as we unravel the story of how Cadbury celebrations replaced the local halwai in the Indian festivities. In the 1950s, chocolates in India were considered an absolute luxury, particularly catering to the influential urban population. But for the vast majority, chocolate was an entity that the British and the upper class enjoyed. The Indians preferred mithai. Now, unlike in the European countries where sweets are prepared of leisure food, the Indians' mithai is a customary part of our tradition and culture. Mithai is a collective name for a variety of sweets available in various local sweet shops of India, and it is often freshly prepared and should be consumed within 10 days of its production. In 1948, Cadbury launched dairy milk in India. It was the perfect chocolate for Indian taste buds and did not have the usual bitter chocolate flavor. It has higher milk content, which was palatable to the Indian tongue, and that's exactly what we wanted. However, chocolate was considered a luxury to be enjoyed by the upper class and the upper middle class society and was mostly known as foreign food by the Indians. The masses always chose the mithai over chocolate in the social and cultural events. The commercials also focused on the urban life and catered mainly towards kids. Now, this was going to change after liberalization. When the liberalization wave hit the Indian economy, Cadbury decided to cater to a large Indian population rather than just the small urban population. Now, they had a few challenges. They had to make the product acceptable to the Indian masses, it had to break the kids only image of the brand, Cadbury had to cater to the adults, and it had to gain acceptance as part of the Indian culture. And last but not the least, had to compete against the local mithai shops around India. So, what did Cadbury do here? Cadbury hired Ogilvy to solve these problems. Now, Ogilvy didn't disappoint and initially produced adverts with the tagline Asli Swad Zindagi Ka. In the advert, you can actually see a girl eating a dairy milk in a cricket stadium and then dancing on the cricket field. Now, this advert was targeted towards the youth of India. It has all the character elements for a youthful commercial, a cricket stadium, a funny advertisement, and a pleasant background score. Who still remembers this? So, this campaign helped Cadbury to gain popularity among youth and also transform the brand image. It transformed itself to something that an adult would prefer as a sweet. Cadbury also observed the Indian tradition of gifting sweets at auspicious occasions such as Diwali, Holi, Raksha Bandhan, and many such big events. But most of the Indians prefer gifting the mithai over a box of chocolates on this occasion. So, what did Ogilvy do? Ogilvy came up with the famous Kuch Meetha Ho Jaye campaign. The advertisement features again Jugal Hansraj and the Chachadda and portrays an office environment where the boss gifts a packet of chocolates to his employee as a Diwali gift, thus portraying Cadbury as a choice for Diwali gifting. Although the advertisements remain focused on the urban population and catering to the young, independent population working in offices, especially in metro cities, the commercial series helped Cadbury to emerge as an alternative option for the regular mithai, especially when it was related to the word meetha in the tagline. Meetha here means sweet. So the emphasis on the word meetha helped the company to connect with the Indian audience. What a wonderful idea. Now to offer someone meetha is like an invitation to celebrate all type of happy events, whether it is passing in the exam, getting married, or just old friends meeting up on Diwali. So Cadbury transformed itself as a gifting suite for the corporate and youngsters. But it was yet to make an impression on the middle class and the lower middle class audience. At this time, Cadbury faced one more challenge. In 2003, Cadbury faced a drastic challenge when worms were found in a dairy milk bar. Now, this news spread like wildfire. The image of Cadbury as a quality brand was at stake. Worse, it was a PR disaster. Cadbury was quick to respond and it introduced the polyflow technology of packaging and reshaped the production plant. So Cadbury brought in Mr. Amitabh Bachchan as the official brand ambassador, and that was the masterstroke, my dear friends. Since the company has lost trust in the eyes of the Indian public, it needed a credible person to generate trustworthiness amongst the public. Mr. Bachchan had regained his popularity with the KBC, thus making him the perfect connect with the older generation as well as the younger population. His unique baritone was an added advantage for the brand. After this testimonial advertisement, the brand decided to continue its relationship with Mr. Bachchan, as the brand did many advertisements with the superstar, targeting various age groups, demographics, and income level. Cadbury Dairy Milk was able to transcend from a sweet which we eat occasionally to something to be gifted on occasions. The famous Pappu Paas Ho Gaya advertisement had a funny punch to it while targeting mainly the college students. Cadbury now wanted to penetrate deeper into the rural area. They created more rural based advertisements. The chocolate soon became an acceptable gift during the auspicious events as well, and has now gained a substantial share in the Indian confectionery market. The company further changed its strategy and launched Cadbury Celebration Box. The box had glossy packaging with assorted Cadbury products. It became a game changer. Suddenly, the local sweet shop retailers started to offer Cadbury Celebration along with the mithai. Even the general merchant stores put up special stalls offering Cadbury Celebration around the time of various Indian festivals. Now, a part of the success can also be credited to the glossy and convenient packaging. In contrast to the local mithai packaging, Cadbury offered an assortment of products neatly arranged in a customized tray, complete with a glossy purple cardboard box. The packaging was sophisticated as opposed to the inornate and bulky sweet boxes at the local shops, and this is an amazing observation. The Cadbury celebration boxes were easier to store and can be sold from any retail outlet. And it also has a longer shelf life without the need of refrigeration. All this helped retailers to stock up the boxes around festive season at no incremental inventory cost. So, in the course of more than 80 years in India, Cadbury changed its message multiple times while also remodeling itself to suit the changing demands. Cadbury competed against a large, unorganized market of the local sweet shops and became an acceptable part of the Indian festive culture. Dairy milk became a synonymous for chocolates in India, thus supported the growth of chocolate industry in India. In the 80 years of marketing, Cadbury targeted different audience groups through various promotional campaigns, thus setting an example of continuous and successful image transitions over a period of time. The marketing campaigns of Cadbury is a very, very fine example of evolving with time, focusing on new opportunities, and changing your message to suit the regional demand. This has helped the company to remain competitive over the years. And now, my dear friends, that is how Cadbury redefined the chocolate industry in India. Thank you so much, my dear listeners. Thank you for joining us on this flavorful episode. And as we navigate the changing landscapes of festivities, remember whether it's a box of Cadbury celebrations or sweets from the local halwai, the essence of celebration lies in the joy of sharing. This is your very own Professor Bonnie Rajesh signing off. See you in the next, hope to see you in the next podcast.